Hello, Elsie Butcher here with part 5 of my series of teachings titled, Who is God? Today is Saturday, February 25th, 2017. So far, I've shown you that the God of the Bible is akin to the Old English and the Germanic gods of war, that he is Theos, the supreme divinity, and that the word for demons in Latin refers to divinities, and that they are the power of God. The Strong's Concordance to the Bible also shows God as being Jesus, aka Jehovah, aka the Lord, their supreme controller, aka Jah, Jah, an abbreviation for Jehovah, their Lord most vehement, intensely emotional and bitterly antagonistic, aka Jehovah, their Lord Most High, aka Allah, the supreme, lofty, or supercilious God that was raised up to break the day, that is, to penetrate and to destroy the completeness or perfection of the day, persons of light and truth. I've also shown from the Bible and the concordance that God is a slaver as well as the one that is the giver of diseases and plagues. I know that these meanings have not come to light before because we have been mistaught, and God has been presented by preachers, teachers, and others as a good, benevolent, loving God. But these folks have completely ignored or have been ignorant of the facts about God that I have uncovered. I think that there must be an original book kept back by the elitists or the esoterics that tell the truth about the righteous originators of all reality, the life givers, and zenith distance authority, and also about Lucifer, the demonic forces and death givers from the Nadir region with usurped authority in this earth. As a matter of fact, an old American College dictionary defines the word Bel, B-E-L, as the god of the Babylonians and of the earth. Then the word Bel must be a synonym for the words dis, dis, and Pluto, the Roman and Greek names respectively for the god of the underworld. So what is the underworld? Dictionaries define it as 1. The world of the dead below the world of the living and below the surface of the earth. 2. The world beneath the heavens, being the earth. And 3. The part of society engaged in and organized for the purpose of crime and vice, evil, degrading, immoral practices, corruption, prostitution, the sale of illegal drugs, etc. Also, according to Greek mythology, God as Hades is described in dictionaries as the god of the netherworld or of hell, the world of the spirits of the dead, and also the dispenser, the one that gives out earthly riches, or riches, the wealth or wealthy to the worldly. Let us look at the word wealth, the word will, W-E-A-L, and the suffix th. Th meaning the state or condition of being well, in a sound, healthy, prosperous state, or having well-being. Would you attribute this to Hades, the god of the dead? Now, how does the god of the netherworld, the world of the dead, get to give out wealth to worldly people? Pluto, a synonym for Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, is also known as the dispenser of wealth. Now, where did Pluto or Hades, these two Chthonians, Chthonians, get this wealth? Chthonians meaning those that are chthonic, those that are of the earth or the infernal region of hell. Let me clarify the word netherworld, the world of the dead. Merriam-Webster defines it as not only being hell, the world of the dead, but also as the underworld, the world of organized crime, and Richard Nixon said, the netherworld is the world of espionage and deceit. The word espionage means spying, and his words give credibility to my statements to family members that I knew that I was being spied upon in my own home, and I still am to this day. Furthermore, Edward Snowden, a CIA operative, blew the whistle on his organization, saying that the CIA was in the practice of spying on American citizens. Mr. Snowden, for his safety, relocated to Russia. I believe I have been and still am spied upon 24/7, 365 days per year because of my purpose in this earth, the unveiling of truths concerning Lucifer, aka God, and all of the deceptions in the Bible. Incidentally, I was swindled out of my home that I lived in for 39 years and that my husband and I bought and paid for many times over through predatory lending practices, dirty political tricks, as well as extortion. And now, for no sane reason, I am being subtly persuaded to give up this rented house in which I presently reside. Now back to the answer to the question, how did Pluto or Hades get the riches or wealth that was and is given to the worldly? The answer is going to shock you into reality. Let us look at the word booty, B-O-O-T-Y, which in Middle and later German is spelled B-U-T-E. Definition 1. The word exchange, which means to substitute, to transpose, and to alter, to modify, and to convert. Some dictionaries say that he exchanges, which I will clarify a little later. Definition 2, booty means a rich gain or a prize or a wealthy advantage. It is interesting that the word gain, according to Old High German, means to hunt for food, to pursue and to seize food. Now what is food? Something that nourishes, sustains, supplies, that nurtures, that furthers the development of, that maintains, upholds, and defends, sustains, preserves, and supplies, and stores as treasure. Booty, taken as a prize, that which is exceptionally desirable, and something, that is, persons of consequence or importance, taken by force, stratagem, or threats. Definition 3, booty, plunder, or spoil. Persons in this earth from the zenith distance, taken by force or taken wrongfully. Matthew 11 and 12 should read, the royalty from the sky suffereth violence, and the violent take them by force. Spoil meaning booty, prizes, loot, goods stolen or taken without right. And spoil meaning objects of plundering or prey, P-R-E-Y. The seizing of booty, those who are helpless or unable to resist attacks. Another word for prey, P-R-E-Y, is victims. And the word victims, according to Old High German, means those who are holy or sacred, those who are inviolable, not to be violated, not to be disregarded, assaulted, sexually desecrated, or defiled, or disturbed improperly. Also, victims are those acted upon, having judgment passed upon, and are usually adversely affected by an agent or by a force. Victims, persons who are injured, destroyed, sacrificed under any of various conditions. We need to understand that there are two meanings for the word holy. One refers to those who are godly, the Luciferians, and the other for victims, those who are truly venerable. Let us look once again at Strong's Concordance for clarification. There are two meanings for the word holy or hagios in the Greek. One, an awful, terrible thing, and sacred as being physically pure, and religious, ceremonially or ritualistically consecrated. And two, holy being those being morally blameless or honorably and justly, rightfully guiltless. For the purpose of this study, I have chosen meaning one, those who an awful, terrible thing, those who are physically pure only. Being ceremonially consecrated also means they are made to be sacred. They are fictitiously invented to be holy by a ritual of the church, causing them to become physically but not spiritually inviolable or venerable. Spiritually meaning pure in the intrinsic soul or mind. Remember that demonic spirits make up the kingdom of God, and according to Luke 17:21, that kingdom is in you. And also remember that according to the American College Dictionary, demons have the means to afflict men with bodily diseases, as well as to afflict their minds or our minds detrimentally. There are documentaries on YouTube that tell us that psychiatry is a pseudoscience. One such documentary, titled The Most Shocking Psychiatry Documentary Ever, traces the history of psychiatry all the way back to its beginning. This documentary is endorsed by professors, medical doctors, authors, psychologists, and even some psychiatrists, as well as patients of psychiatry. All of them say psychiatry does not answer the questions as to what causes mental illness or how to cure it successfully. Also, healthcare professionals that dared to speak out in this documentary have said that the DSM, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual used to recognize, to analyze, and to prescribe psychiatric medicines, is not statistical at all because it has no clinical proof to back it up. Furthermore, it is the result of doctors putting their heads together and coming up with diagnoses that can sometimes vary from one physician to another. My answer, mental illness and a host of other diseases are a direct result of the kingdom of God within. Until next time, I am Elsie Butcher.